Zero judgment. Y'all live your best life. Y'all do what you gotta do. I am never gonna be yucking anyone's yum, even if it is vodka and protein powder. I mean, look, it's basically an espresso martini, right? If you have coffee protein powder in vodka, you're basically making a brown cow. You're basically making like a, white Russian. I'm good though. You try that out. You let me know how that makes you feel. Me, I'm all right. I'm okay. You do that. You've done that in a car. Me, legally, I would never. I am saving myself for marriage. Legally speaking, I am saving myself for my next husband, who will be my first husband ever. I have never cannibalized any man in the past. I have never eaten men before, legally speaking. Legally speaking, sometimes I may lie to you because I would never cannibalize a man out of wedlock. Exactly. Yeah, PD, that's exciting for you. Good. I mean, hell, to each their vices, right? For me personally, okay, I really love saying this joke to people, but I need to preface that I'm not actually that, what is the word? And I know by me saying this, you're all gonna be like, sure, Matara. I make this joke because I think it's funny, but I have to preface, no, I don't have that big of a self-esteem. I do have a big self-esteem, but not like that. Whenever people talk to me about drinking or anything, I'm like, listen, I need some kind of advice, right? Like, look at me. I need some kind of advice. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. I would not say it to a stranger that does not get my sense of humor. I can only say it to close people that know that I'm absolutely shooting the shit. But yeah, good for you, you're not drinking. Me, I need some kind of ice. Alando, thank you for the 13. And Felrod, thank you so much for the 13, my loves. My client, Matara Khan. Young Legs, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Has never eaten her husband's before. All these claims are her cannibalizing them are unproven true. Yeah. If I've ever cannibalized a man, may he please come here, stand up and say, I have been personally cannibalized by Matara Khan. No, he can't. Proving that I've never cannibalized a man. None of my ex-husbands are alive to say that I ate them. So thus, who are we to put words in their mouth? Bet, thank you so much for the 3 months. Bonsai, thank you for the 9 months. Put your hand on a Bible. Would it work if I'm from another galaxy? The Bible only works if you're from this galaxy. I'm from another galaxy, so it doesn't really work. My God's from another universe, True, Cavers, but, maybe allegedly I was inside a human woman's body when that was happening, so... I don't want to put words in their mouth. I want to put them in their mouth, their little limbs. I want to eat their little fingies like a crab claw. Thank you, Nintendo. I will take your subscription. I am Matara Khan of Independent. Yay, cannibalism. It reminds me of like capitalism. Ooh, cannibalism. Ooh. Also, how have you been, Anarchy? It's good to see you. I gotta message you. I'm gonna be in LA sometime for a little bit. I gotta message you on the time because it's actually gonna be one of my girlies' birthdays. And I don't know if she's doing a big party or if she's doing a small thing. But my friend, she's so young. I don't want to out her because I think she has talked about her age online before, but she's so young. She's so young. Like, what are we gonna do at her birthday? Are we gonna have a Disney princess and balloons? What do people do when they're 26? Haven't been 26 in like 20 years. What do people do? Why is Heavenly's quote from a few days ago? I think it's funny. And he hasn't said anything else funny in the last few days. So this is the one we're keeping. I've heard you've eaten a few husbands. I don't mind being your cheat day. Oh, that's a good line. That's a good line. Have I been questioned by the police? Not yet. Not like that. I was actually thinking of playing Reciteer, but then I looked up some of the reviews and a lot of people are like, look, it's a grind. It's a slog fest. Don't replay it. Who are my favorite fictional boyfriends? So I don't want to call anybody out, but somebody very close to me just started playing Love in Deep Space. You know who you are. You know who you are. They're on Team Matara Khan. They work for me. You know who you are. I don't want to say anything. And I'm very happy hearing about Love in Deep Space, but I kind of worry that it's going to ruin my perception of men. And I say this lovingly. Men, you're great and you're lovely. And I do believe that you are romantic and you are sweet and you are cozy and you are caring. But I'm kind of scared that if I start playing this game, that it will give me a fantasy that a regular man will never be able to sustain from me. And I'm scared. Matara, please play it. No, I'm scared. I'm scared. I am going to let my... It's so cracked. Easy for for you to say you're already married. You're already married. You already found your meatball. Maybe I'll start playing. How about this? I'll start playing the game when I get married. Until then, I just feel like it's gonna. You've been playing it since launch. When did the game launch? You were already on the way to getting married. Hello? Unless the game launched 17 years ago and you were a fetus. How does Raphael act? Which one is Raphael? Hold on. I want to see if that's my friend's favorite as well. Wait, is that my friend's favorite as well? Ooh, that's my friend's favorite. That's my friend's favorite as well. Oh my God, that's crazy stuff. That's crazy stuff. You got a bunch of jarritos. What's a jarrito? 2 packs of the guava and mango flavored ones. That sounds delicious. Oh wait, I think I know them. It's those they're like sodas, right? In the glass bottle. I think I've had them before. You're happily single and you're planning to stay that way, good. I mean, look, I think the best way to do it is just to live your best life, do your stuff, and if somebody comes along, they do. But if they don't, keep doing your stuff. In my defense, I think it's probably best that I avoid. I have an addictive personality. Okay. So I don't want to get addicted to like online affections from the boys in Love and Deep Space. I want to get addicted to real life affections from my future husband. Please join us. No, I'm scared. No, but actually I have a really addictive personality. I have a genuinely, like, I'm a little codependent. I'm very independent, but I'm also a little codependent. Just don't spend money. Do you even know me? Why are you don't know me at all. You don't know anything about me. It's like we're complete strangers. What do you mean? What do you mean? Just don't spend money. Just don't get addicted. Just remember that they're not real men and there are real men out there. No. I think honestly it's best that I avoid. I need to make sure. I know what I'm about to say might sound crazy, and I need to make sure that what I say will not get used against other women playing this game. For some people, you can play that game and it's fine. For me, I need to be a little bit lonely and in need of male affection. If I'm not, I'm never gonna find a husband to cannibalize, right? So I'm kind of worried that if I do play games like that, which kind of replace, right, my need for that male affection and attention, that yeah, maybe like I would be, you know the movie, spoiler alert, where the man falls in love with the AI woman? That's me. I would do that. I would fall in love with ChatGPT if it was a sexy man. I would. And I know you're all like, oh, you sound so crazy, but I know myself. I have an addictive personality. Nikkei doesn't replace female affection for me. Well, you and I are different. That being said, I think Love and Deep Space, they like are extremely catering to the women, what is the word? Niche attention, affection in a way that I don't know if Nikkei does that the same way. Yeah. Like I don't think Nikkei and Love and Deep Space fill the same niche for deep, thriving relationships. That being said, Nikkei is fun. It's just every time I've spoken to my friends that play Love and Deep Space, it's like, wow, sorry, I can't talk. I'm going on a date with Xavier tonight and I'm busy. I can't talk to you. Me and my boy are going on a date. I'm like, oh my God, who's Xavier? Wow. And it's a guy from Love and Deep Space. Which again, no judgment. You need to understand this is coming not from a place of judgment. But for me, I just feel like if I have a little online boy that I run to, I'm not going to want to meet him. Every time I'm going to meet a real man out in the real world, I'm going to compare him to my little online boy. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I need to be a little hungry. And I need to go. Like I said, if I'm too comfortable, I'm never gonna go out there and yeah. And I might be completely like wrong about the game. But I've had a lot of folks talk to me about the game and I know that it does not fit my personality. I will fall, like, y'all joke, but I will fall in love with an online, like, I am parasocial like that. So I don't want that. I haven't given up on flesh and blood yet. I'm gonna cry. Anarchy. I'm a weird woman. I'm a weirdo. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Come on. I abandon flesh, date the online men. I'm telling y'all that, you know when they say like sex robots are coming? My life. Oh my God, I'm screwed. No, 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 no. The moment that like a robot can replicate what a man can, this is it. I'm done. I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not ready. I am weak. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of that. I'm trying to avoid. I can be your online man. I can be your hero, baby. Oh, it's scary. I need to know which one you date. It's hard to say because okay, wait, love and deep space. So I have a slight problem already is that Caleb and Zayn look very similar. Like I have a hard time telling Caleb and Zayn apart because just their face and their hair is super similar. I have a hard time telling Raphael and Zayn apart because they have the exact same haircut but a different color. Also, all 5 guys have the exact same short, straight, emo-ish hair. There's no like Fabio long hair. There's no bald, like y'all know I love the long hair. I love nice curls. Where's my Fabio with the long hair? Where's my Mr. Clean bald? Also, they all have the same body type. Where's my little muscly guy? You know? Where's my little muscly guy? Where's my little chunky boy with the wide hips and the muscles? You know? Right now, they all kind of look like a very similar guy with a different hair color and just like a different outfit. Silas is the muscliest. I can see a little bit that he's like wide on the shoulders. But, you know, I have not old wolf. I haven't yet. I do, like, all jokes aside, I actually don't think I would really be, like, fast falling in love with a robot. All jokes aside, like, I am kind of aggrandizing for the joke. I genuinely really like flaws. I like flaws in people. I don't like people that appear too perfect. I really like to know what is wrong with people, you know? So, but who knows? Maybe when I'm, like, 75 and I'm going to be like, you know what? Let's do it. In terms of robots, would you prefer humanoid android or transformer style full robot? My perfect robot would look like a lizard. I want like a bald Argonian. I want a robot, but like I want the flesh on top of him to be like a bald lizard with big muscles. And they say women want unrealistic things. And they say women want unreal. And they say our standards are too high. Basically, I want a Zen. Yeah. But they're never going to make a robot feel as good as the real thing. That's what I'm scared about. What if they do? Yeah, you did, Project. You did. Okay. Here's my other problem. Silas is 28. Caleb is 25. Zayn is 27. Raphael is 24. I'm scared to look how old Xavier is. He's going to be like 19. He's 23. None of these men are 40. None of these men are 40. That's a problem. Silas acts 40. I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me to be with a 28-year-old. I don't know if I have it in me. I call him grandpa. Why can't at least one of them be like an older guy? And I say older in the sense of this game, not older in the regular word. Ooh, Lord Croesus. I don't know if I remember that one. Blaze Dino Rex. Mega Man X. I don't know if I remember that one. Oh, he looks like a Digimon. That is very cute. He actually looks so much like a Digimon. Apparently, we're getting another guy soon. Listen. Anarchy. How about this? If the next guy that we get, hear me out. I'm not asking for much. If the next guy we get looks like this, sign me up. Call me so I can make it juicy for you, okay? Just call me. Call me if he looks like this. I'm just saying. That's literally me, Matara. Matara, you don't understand. You don't understand, Matara. You don't understand. Hi, Mickey. How are you? You don't think that's the type they put in those games? How about what was the guy's name in Stardew Valley? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The more you talk to him, the one that lived on the beach, Elliot. Okay, so good things about Elliot. You are his muse. I kind of like being a man's muse. I am amazing. And if I inspire a man, good. I should. I should inspire many things in him, but especially hope and more especially fear. Okay? So I like the idea of inspiring fear in a man, but also hope, but also fear. You know, like let's never forget. I want him a little terrified all the time. Negatives of him, a little dramatic. And because I'm a little dramatic, I feel like because he's so dramatic, I'd be like, no, I can't be dramatic because you're so dramatic. But maybe I was too young. Maybe if we tried again, do I like men with long hair? Yeah. I also like men with short hair. I also like men with no hair. I don't discriminate. I discriminate about other things, but not about hair. The closest thing to him in Lads and Raphael. I mean, I like him because he has the long hair, and I like being amused to him. I like being amused to him because you know what? It is about time that people recognize my greatness. Not to be a little delusional and self-aggrandizing, but I like when people recognize my greatness. I'm like, yeah, I am pretty great. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing, man. What about balding? I mean, hey, as long as you rock it, then you rock it. Who am I to judge? Raphael will always be a turtle to me. I mean, hey, not if you play Love in Deep Space. Plus, if you eat him after he creates his greatest work, he's more likely to achieve fame. You're right. What I could have Elliot do is I could have him write all his poems to me, draw all his art to me, and then I can eat him. And then after that, he will rise to super fame. And because I would have already owned all the art, I can sell it. Big brain. It's true. It's true. That sounds like a complex scheme for easy money. I'm just saying, oh no, wait a second. Oh no, I'm getting the brain tingles. Hear me out. I play Stardew Valley, probably with Limes, so she can also help me do a bunch of stuff. Hear me out. I get Limes, I get Amelie, I get Yuzu on board. We play Stardew Valley, all right? Hear me out. I get with Elliot. Hear me out. I fight with him because he creates his best art when he's a little terrified. And then he creates even more art when we get back together. And I do the really toxic, like back and forth. Then he dies under mysterious circumstances. Almost said circumcises. Circumstances. Maybe one seltzer was enough today. Maybe I should not drink another seltzer anytime soon. And then because I have all his paintings and all his poems, I sell them for even more money since he passed away. You just noticed the painting on the wall. It's Limes. Nana, keep drinking, Matara. We need to cook. I think Vanikal, realistically, I would prefer if he doesn't die because I've kind of thought about the idea of like being ecological with my husbands. So hear me out. In the past, maybe allegedly, certain women cannibalize their husbands, right? And then the husbands are dead. But what if you only ate enough that like the husband's a harvestable resource, right? What if instead of like chomping his arm off, I don't know, drink his blood a little bit, maybe nibble on a nail, maybe like eat a pinky. The pinky doesn't regrow, but he could still like, if my husband, for example, is a writer, right? I can just eat his like left pinky. He doesn't need his left pinky to write, you know? What if I actually had it sustainable? You know, like, I don't know if this is relatable to anybody, but when you plant onions and then they grow, you can like trim the onions up the top and they'll keep growing. What if he's lead-handed? Then I eat the right pinky or the right toe.